Elon Musk actually did it. He went out and made the worst social media platform even worse. That's an achievement in and of itself. I'm of course referring to Twitter Blue, the subscription service that he has now implemented officially onto Twitter, where you pay $8 a month to basically be in the cool kids club. And I made a video a couple days ago talking about Twitter Blue when it was first announced, just saying how bad of an idea I thought it was, and now I hopped on Twitter again today for some ungodly reason and saw that he'd been interviewed in front of a room of investors, and somehow hearing him speak about Twitter Blue is even worse than reading all of his pathetic tweets where he's trying to justify it.
So how do you prevent, so being Jewish, how do you prevent this anti-Semitism? Or if I were black, how do you prevent all of the... So how do you prevent the use of the N-word? We should be able to figure out with software how to moderate this and prevent that from happening. Is that true or not?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Totally agree.
Yes, I actually couldn't agree with anything more. Twitter needs some better guidelines and some better bots watching and handling what people say on the platform. Twitter is literal hell on earth. One of the worst places you could ever be. Spending 10 minutes on Twitter is like spending 20 years in Mariana's Trench. It's gonna just mess with your mental and destroy you from the inside out. I meant to say Guantanamo Bay, not Mariana's Trench, but you get the idea. Twitter is a terrible place to be. And Twitter Blue is not a good solution or even a solution whatsoever to the problem. All the issues that Elon Musk has said Twitter has, Twitter Blue doesn't address them whatsoever. If anything, it's just adding more problems on top. It's like just stuffing down your emotions and not letting them come out. You're just bottling everything up until some point it's gonna bust. It's gonna erupt into an even bigger issue. And just in case you're not familiar with Twitter Blue, I'm going to give you the quick summary just to catch you up to speed real quick. Basically, how it's going to hurt better than help is because paying for the check mark, paying $8 a month, is going to give you priority over someone who has a free account. So you're only allowed to have free speech if you pay $8 a month, because that'll give your content priority over everybody else's who doesn't have the check mark. It'll give you priority in replies, mentions, and even search. And they say this is supposed to help lower the visibility of scams, spams, and bots, but all it's really doing is helping people just cheat the system. It's like a pay-to-win type of deal in a video game.
Part of what I'm trying to achieve with this sort of enabling everyone to be payment verified with Twitter Blue is to try to get as many people payment verified as possible. It's only $8 a month, although for some people that were complaining about that, and these are people who pay more than that for their latte.
There he goes again with that stupid comparison about how people will pay $8 for a Starbucks drink, but they won't pay $8 for a Twitter verification. He's just so dead set on this, and he's so proud, I guess, that he's came up with this little analogy, and he won't stop baby raging over it when people don't agree with him because it's not a good comparison. The man even made a meme about it and posted it to Twitter. You've probably already seen it. I showed it in my last video as well, but it's just, you know, the person being upset about an $8 blue check that lasts for 30 days, but they're happy to pay $8 for a Starbucks drink that lasts for 30 minutes. But if we do want to get technical, that Starbucks drink has many more upsides than what a blue check mark on Twitter has. You get 30 minutes of enjoyment with the sugar and the coffee taste and the whipped cream on top, a little bit of chocolate drizzle. Those drinks are fire. I've had a couple. I enjoy them when I drink them. And now a blue check mark on Twitter for $8 a month, that would just feel like I'm throwing money into the abyss with no return whatsoever. Because from where I'm at, it's not worth $8 a month. And it's not even like a money issue. People aren't complaining that it's too much. $8 is too much for Twitter Blue. Nobody's saying that. What people are saying is that there's no reason to buy it. It's like buying a cosmetic item in a video game. And now every time I see a blue check mark on Twitter that someone's paid for, I'm just gonna assume that they love to meat rot Elon Musk.
Because there is a huge problem with spam and bots and trolls on Twitter, and organizations trying to manipulate public opinion. But if we can get enough verified users, and we're gonna prioritize Twitter search, replies, mentions, by verified users first. And And, yeah.
You can hear the Musk meat rotters in the stands just clapping away at what he just said because they just support him no matter what. These people, these musketeers or whatever, he could line their entire family up in a line, put bags over their head and shoot them execution style, and they would applaud him. They'd say, "Go ahead and pull down your trousers, Mr. Musk. I'll show you why they call me a musketeer meat rotter." It's just so baffling because I guarantee you if before Elon Musk took over the platform, if the previous CEO tried to implement something like this, people would be going crazy. They would be burning down the Twitter headquarters in protest. But now, since Elon Musk is doing it, and Elon Musk has a bunch of fanboys for whatever reason, it doesn't take being an omnipotent being to tell that this is a bad idea. But to go back and talk about what he said before about the priority speak and all that, like I touched on a second ago, he said that there's a problem with spam and bots and companies trying to sway public opinion. You don't think people are going to take advantage of the Twitter blue checkmark and do the same exact thing with priority speak? These same people who are spamming and scamming, and even the companies you say are swaying the public opinion on something, they could do that even better now. They can do it even better if they pay $8 a month. Like, that point just doesn't make sense.
If you're payment verified with blue checkmark, then you're prioritized, and hateful conduct pays. But if somebody risks losing even $8, the net effect will be over time that the verified users will pretty much always be at the top of comments and search, and you won't really see. You'll have to scroll far to see the unverified users, which will be the bots and trolls and whatnot.
So if something we don't want to see, it gets pushed way down.
Yeah.
So there you heard it, straight from the horse's mouth. If you're not a good little boy who abides by Musk's rules, you're going to get sent straight to the shadow realm, to the 7th ring of hell. You're going to get shadow banned, pretty much, if you don't pay $8 a month. With how much Elon Musk tries to come off as this very smart, intelligent dude, you would think he'd see the irony in him buying the platform for free speech and then making free speech $8 a month. Like, he doesn't see how that makes him look like the evil villain in this situation. He looks like Mr. Krabs right now with how greedy he's seeming.
So this is a major concern, and I think this is, frankly, an attack on the First Amendment. Like, if activist groups can pressure advertisers upon which Twitter is fundamentally dependent to, suppress free speech, then that doesn't seem right.
You yourself, Elon, whatever your middle name is, Musk, you are suppressing free speech on your own platform, Twitter, making people pay $8 a month for priority speak. That's not free speech. That's premium speech. That's $8 a month speech. How does he not see this? But to go one step further here, he says that they've made no changes in the operations of the community guidelines and whatnot, and even the poster says that. He says, "We've made no change in our operations," according to ad exec Lou Pass on Twitter, who was on call with him on Thursday. That is false. There's been massive change to content moderation teams. But now to talk about Elon Musk cleaning house. I'm sure you've heard about it. He fired the CEO, somehow got around paying the severance. He fired a whole bunch of employees as well. And now it seems that he's crawling back on his hands and feet, groveling at their feet, saying, "Please come back. I need you. Please, I messed up. Please take me back." This tweet here says, multiple sources and Twitter blonde chats are now saying that the company has begun to reach out to some people it laid off yesterday, asking them to come back. Whoops. And then to go down here, it says, from Twitter Slack, sorry to @everybody on the weekend, but I wanted to pass along that we have the opportunity to ask folks that were left off if they will come back. I need to put together names and rationales by 4 p.m. PST Sunday. So I guess Musk and all his little right-hand dick rotters discovered that, hey, maybe we need some of these employees. Maybe they were kind of doing good stuff at the company. And I think we probably do need a staff to run this corporation, this massive social media company. So now, I just think it's so funny. He first did it with Stephen King, groveling at his feet, just lowering the price of Twitter Blue from $20 to $6. And now he's doing the same thing with people he laid off just yesterday. Well, I guess 2 days ago now, technically, because it's Sunday I'm recording this. But that's just so unbelievably pathetic and funny. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the same person who posted those clips from the interview in front of all the investors. They posted this little chart here about Twitter's potential change in business model, a simple analysis. after implementing Twitter Blue, showing that it's not really going to help with advertisers and, you know, how Elon Musk says it will, because their main issue is advertisers are pulling out, and he wants this to maybe potentially help them come back. But this right here is just showing how that isn't going to help. So you can see right here they have the hypothetical new revenue on the right here, saying like if 10% of all users paid $8 a month, it would make $2.28 billion, and just basically showing that even after adding this pay-to-win model to Twitter, that it's not going to help them recoup the losses from advertisers pulling out. And that potentially means they may go looking for other monetization options, aka stealing your data to sell to other people for money. Facebook did it. Facebook got sued for that too. But anyways, I thought that was just really interesting. This whole situation is just so wacky, goofy, absurd, whatever you want to call it. It's just insane. I can't believe he actually went through on it and thinks this is a good idea. Also, on the previous video I made, I just want to add this in before I end it. I had some personal Elon Musk fanboys, meat riders, musketeers, whatever you want to call them, basically telling me that I was wrong. One guy even said, what did he say? Something about my face being a war zone because I had like pimples everywhere. And he put like the pin emoji to emphasize that. I don't know why OBS muted this part, but I said, I've heard that before. Yeah, I just think it's funny how these people are so delusional, so brainwashed somehow by Elon Musk that they think he's their Lord and Savior in human form that's going to make everybody's lives better by forcing them to pay $8 a month for free speech on Twitter. While I was going to render this video, I seen that a bunch of Elon Musk fanboys were throwing temper tantrums on Twitter because they have all paid for Twitter Blue and haven't received their check marks yet, or any of the benefits that come with that. And I just thought that was really funny. Wanted to throw it in here because it's just so funny to see them roll out Twitter Blue and then it just crashes and burns day 1, minute 1. But other than that, I'll